How you doing there, folks? Baters here with another Top 10. Today we're going to look at the top 10 must-have mods in Skyrim. Now, I may sound a little droggy today because I'm sicker than a drunk baby. I guess that'll teach me to let a complete stranger spit in my mouth for a Klondike bar, won't it? Yeah. Anyways, now these mods are so important they're going to make your nutsack pucker up from sheer excitement, whatever that means. Now be sure to keep your eyes out for this titty tickler, as that's an indicator that the mod featured is also available on Special Edition. Oh, and if you're lucky enough to see this little pee-pee puncher, then try not to squirt in your panties, because that mod is also available on Xbox as well. Isn't that neat? Now remember, if you like this video, to press down on that like button, because if I get enough likes on this video, maybe my wife and kids will look me in the eyes during dinner. Fingers crossed. Now go ahead and throw a dead jellyfish at a poster of Randy Savage, and let's get to average baiting, baby! At number 10, we've got Enhanced Blood Textures by D-Finder. Now, enhance means to make better. We all know this, right? I mean, if you had a bowl of M&Ms out on your dining room table for when you had guests over, and someone dips their balls in that bowl and swirls their hairy peaches around in your communal candy, that would not enhance those delicious candy-covered chocolates, would it? Some might say it would de-hance them. Make them a giant bowl of tiny mistakes, if you will. Well, this mod is the opposite of that. This mod will enhance the blood in Skyrim, giving the blood textures and blood mechanics a complete overhaul in the game. Combat will now be a bloodier experience with higher resolution and detailed textures, giving it some added realism. When NPCs are bleeding out, they will now produce pools of blood. It will also react differently on different surfaces, which is gross and immersive. There are also bleeding spurt animations from the neck after decapitations and neck slit kill moves, just in case you wanted to see your lunch again after you've eaten it. Also, when a character is low health, they will drop little blood drops, creating a bloody little trail. You can just follow that trail and continue to abuse a defenseless enemy. It's delicious. There are also more blood splatters and spurts from kill moves, and there is even a chance of spasms after kill move animations, for those people who just like to gawk at dead bodies as they spasm about. This mod is a game changer, makes the game feel so much more realistic in a dark and disturbing way. It's definitely a must-have mod in anyone's playthrough of the game. I rate this mod 1 llama, scaring the shit out of a tourist. I will fucking kill you! At number 9, we've got Unique Dragon Priest Mask by Skyrim. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I like my Dragon Priest Mask to have a little pizzazz. When I wear a Dragon Priest face around town, I want people to stop and go, what the fuck is that thing? You know, really scare the kids. This mod does that by retexturing each individual Dragon Priest mask in Skyrim to make them look unique, powerful, and badass evil. Dragon Priests are powerful dungeon bosses who wield some of the best collectible unique items in Skyrim, the Dragon Priest masks. They are unique, and there are only 10 of them in the game, not including the DLCs. Unfortunately, vanilla Skyrim used the same textures for all of them, and they all looked uninteresting, but not anymore. No siree, Robert, not on my watch. This mod author created new textures for each one of the 10 Dragon Priest masks in the base game of Skyrim, to show that each of them is one of a kind with a sinister badass look. These new textures now represent the true evil nature of the crusty old wizards that wear them. These masks were all made from scratch with very unique designs. The designs, however, were very fitting of the Dragon Priests they represent and do a great job immersing the character into thinking these Dragon Priests are not only important, but a force to be reckoned with. I rate this mod 1 monkey that just realized it's been kidnapped from the jungle.
What the hell's going on here?
At number 8, we've got Better Vampires by Brihannon 2. Now, vampires are definitely creepy. The dark eyes, the big teeth, the blood sucking, definitely enough to creep people out, you know. However, they are not as creepy as a naked crazy person having a covert conversation with a mannequin head on a busy subway station as he tries to dry hump your arm. That there is a special kind of creepy, isn't it? Yeah. Now, vampires are like a cool creepy, but that doesn't mean that they can't be improved upon in Skyrim to be even cooler and creepier. Now, this mod is a vampire overhaul mod for Skyrim, which is highly customizable, so you'll be able to be the type of vampire you really enjoy playing as in the game. This mod strives to maintain balance and provide a much better experience for those who wish to play as a vampire in the game. This mod itself only affects the player characters as a vampire and not the NPC vampires. You will be able to now progress as a vampire by feeding or starving, depending on your preferred preferences. The longer you feed or starve, the stronger your vampire character will become. You'll be able to progress from stage 1 to stage 4 and become stronger at every new stage. You will also be able to level up as a vampire, garnering new abilities as you rank up and feed. You will be weaker during the day, and depending on your preferences, sunlight can even kill you, which can make for a very interesting playthrough of the game. This might not be a must-have mod for everyone, but for anyone who likes to play as a vampire character, this is definitely an essential mod for their playthrough of Skyrim. I rate this mod one kid who thought it would be fun to ride the roller coaster of doom, but it wasn't.
Oh dear God, I shared it. Is it over yet?
At number 7, we've got Deadly Mutilation by Lamer1000. Now, some people think that violence in video games creates psychopaths and serial killers in real life. Well, I've been playing violent video games my whole life, and I turned out completely normal. Didn't I, Billy?
Someone, please help me.
That wasn't very polite now, was it, Billy? Looks like someone's gonna get another face spanking with the learning shovel again.
Oh no! Oh God, no!
Get back into your cage! Point is, I'm normal as shit. At least for me, the more realistic the violence in a violent video game, the more immersive I think the game is overall. Now, this mod attempts to make Skyrim's combat a lot more immersive in that regard by adding an intense amount of realism in terms of visual representation of the damage being done during combat. For instance, you can now cut off arms, legs, and even cut a person completely in half with a powerful attack with this mod installed. You see that, Billy? Things could always get worse. Get back in your cage! You can also crush an enemy's head with a blunt force weapon. You can also now dismember, eviscerate, burn NPCs, and even freeze them into a block of ice and shatter them into pieces. You can disembowel enemies, carbonize them with lightning, and so much more. Now, this is the end-all be-all of gore mods for Skyrim. It is sure to make anyone's playthrough of the game more intense and make the combat seem a whole lot more fucked up and realistic. I rate this mod one photo of how these children lost mittens. At number 6, we've got Footprints by John WD7. Now, one time in the winter, I tried to run so fast that I didn't leave a mark in the snow. You know, I just picture myself as one of those lizards on the Discovery Channel that can run on water. I ended up pulling a hammy and shitting myself simultaneously, so I would not recommend it. You see, in real life, when you walk in the snow, you leave an imprint, unless you're better at pretending to be a super fast lizard than me, that is. However, before this mod, when you walked around in the snow in Skyrim, no footprints were left behind, which is not realistic or immersive at all. This mod sorts that issue by adding footprints to the players, NPCs, and creatures in the game when they walk, run, or crawl through the snow. Different types of animals will leave different types of prints as well, making hunting in the snow a lot more realistic and engaging. This mod might seem like a little fix, but it adds a sense of realism to the game that otherwise wasn't there, which will have a huge impact on anyone's playthrough of the game, especially if you want that immersive experience. I rate this mod 2 people who think that dead chickens can fly. You're gonna do it this time, guy, I know it. Be free! At number 5, we've got Wet and Cold by Isoku. Wet and Cold? Now that's the nickname I gave my ex-wife. You guys are probably wondering why I named her that, right? It's so obvious, isn't it? It's because I sprayed her with a super soaker and I locked her in a deep freeze. She was pissed when I let her out of there. Hence the divorce. Yeah, she's got the kids. I guess there's just not that many judges out there that got a sense of humor, you know? Fucking A. Anyways, this mod adds weather-dependent visual effects and NPC AI enhancements to Skyrim. Note that this mod does require SKSE to work properly, but it will completely change the way you interact with cold weather in Skyrim. Water drips from body parts now when it's raining or after swimming. Your character's feet will get soggy when you're wet, and they'll make a light splash sound effect, which weirdly makes me horny. When your character or NPC breathes in frigid regions, the breath will now be visible just like in real life. Snow will now accumulate on hair and armor during snowfall, and movement speed will be reduced in high winds because when it's windy, it's harder to walk and shit. NPCs will now return home when it starts raining, and they'll act more like real people when faced with terrible weather conditions. This mod adds so much to wet and cold conditions in the game, it would honestly take forever to name everything. This mod completely changes cold weather and wet conditions in Skyrim and makes them a lot more realistic and immersive. This is definitely a must-have mod for anyone's playthrough of the game. I rate this mod one pervy dog who takes advantage of every opportunity. That's it. Don't mind me. Everything's normal, okay? Just gonna press my dick against your sexy ankle over and over and over again until I jizz. At number 4, we've got Realistic Ragdolls Enforce by Dfinder. Now, if someone walked up to you while you were outside your house, looked you right in the eyes, and took a tiny little shit on your driveway and then ran off into the bushes somewhere, would it be safe to say that you would be okay emotionally from that circumstance, do you think? No. Chances are you would be a bit upset, confused, and filled with all sorts of questions like, why did that guy just take a shit in my driveway? Did I offend that psycho somehow? And most importantly, is he coming back? You know, the usual paranoia you get when someone just drops a whole bunch of crazy right on your front doorstep. So in short, you wouldn't be okay because that type of stuff isn't normal, is it? No. When non-normal shit happens, it tends to be upsetting. It upsets us. Which is why this mod is so important in Skyrim. This mod actually reduces the amount of force from ragdolls to realistic levels with different force options to choose from. Arrows will no longer push bodies far away when killed. So when you shoot so-and-so with an arrow, they don't go flying into the fucking stratosphere. Because that kind of physics is upsetting and not normal. No, it is not. Magic will no longer send people flying 20 feet. There will also be less stiffness to the overall limbs of ragdolls by increasing their bend and twist radius. There is also a weight increase for most ragdolls for more realistic fall velocity. Now, this mod is generally designed to just make the physics in regards to the NPCs a lot more realistic and immersive in the game, and is definitely a must-have mod in anyone's playthrough of Skyrim. I rate this mod one guy seeing grass for the very first time. What is this strange green pubic hair growing out of the ground? It's soft, but it also hurts my face. At number 3, we've got 4's New Idols by 4. Let's face it, the base animations in Skyrim are poopy. They are limited and at times they don't make any sense whatsoever. It seems like custom animations are what all the girls are calling home about nowadays. But how do you get your hands on these sweet custom animations like flying around with wings and shit, you're probably wondering? Well, all you have to do is download this mod, which basically lays the framework for almost all custom animations in Skyrim, including dancing, flying, and even fucking, if you find yourself on the pervier side of the Nexus after a few beers. Now, this mod isn't just a quick install and then you're done. No. This mod requires a little extra love. You'll have to go into the tools section of your Skyrim data folder once this bad boy is installed and run the FNIS generator. This will do a scanny thing and check for any mods that require custom animations. Then this bad boy will lay the foundation, so you'll be titty fucking the Jarl of Whiterun in no time. Now, this is one of those mods that's easily overlooked because it's a little more complicated than just click and play, but is definitely a must-have mod in anyone's playthrough of the game. Just check out the mod author's page and you'll see countless amazing mods that require this mod in order to function properly. Now, I'm not one to get emotionally involved with a mod that I downloaded on the Nexus, but let's just say if this mod stopped talking to me, tried to break things off, if you will, wouldn't let me download it anymore, I would keep calling its house late at night until someone answered. Then I would breathe hard for a few seconds and hang up. Because this mod brings out that crazy, needy psycho stalker in all of us. Because it's just that important. I rate this mod one innocuous looking yellow sheep who's been stalking this dog for months. What do you want, money? Chew toy? Sex? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? You want to fuck me? You fuzzy little freak, huh? Why do you want to fuck me? At number 2, we've got SKSE by numerous mod authors. Now, this is a script extender. Now, for you layman's out there, what this does is it takes your scripts that just won't extend, and it extends them out like you wouldn't believe. If strangers saw your scripts after they've been extended, they would be like, holy smokes, look how friggin' extended those scripts are, damn. Yeah, you caught me. I don't know what this mod actually does, but it sure does seem important. Yes, it does. From what I'm told and what I read, this mod allows other mods that wouldn't normally work on Skyrim to work on Skyrim. It gives modders the ability to add whole new gameplay features into Skyrim that otherwise wouldn't be possible in the base vanilla game. Needless to say, if you want to get your mod on in Skyrim, you're gonna need the fucking script extender, as it takes modding to the next level and pumps that shit up a notch. You feel me, fam? Full sends on that shit. Now, without the script extender, some of the best mods in Skyrim just wouldn't work at all. and I'm just spitballing here, but I believe it's because they didn't have an extended fucking script. Yeah, if they extended their script, they would be functional, okay? Now, all jokes aside, this is definitely a must-have mod for anyone who wants to get the most out of modding in Skyrim. I rate this mod one cat that just realized it's terrified of heights.
Why do I get myself in these predicaments?
At number 1, we've got SkyUI by SKSE. Now, being organized is important. Just look at my Uncle Charlie. He was never organized a day in his life, and I bet you can guess what happened to him. Yeah, he was molested by extraterrestrials. More than once, I might add. We told him to stop going off into the woods alone at night, but would he listen? No, because Charlie was a fucking mess. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Now this mod helps you stay organized, unlike my Uncle Charlie, in Skyrim with an elegant PC-friendly interface with many advanced features. It offers new inventory management with a feature-rich panel that supports full text search, sorting, and extended data columns. Yeah, that's right, extended data columns. It also adds a powerful categorized favorites menu with 8 customizable hotkey groups. Now this is one of those mods that just makes the game that much more enjoyable to play, plus it makes it look a lot nicer. So that deserves a sticker right there, doesn't it? Yes, it does. This is one of those mods that once you use it, you'll never go back to the old Skyrim interface ever again. No, you will not. I rate this mod one dog that feels underappreciated. Oh, I see. You got a jacuzzi with massage jets that tickle your butthole, not even 5 feet away from me. And what do you wash me in? A fucking bucket! Thanks again for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to bitch slap that subscribe button like it's 3 weeks behind on your rent. Bitch! Where's the money, bitch? Where's the money? Where is it? Also, go ahead and hit that bell icon too, because apparently YouTube thought there should be extra steps. Why not, right?
I'd like to subscribe, but first I have to click this and do this. Oh, it needs an email. All right, and this. Okay, fuck. Just tell me when he's uploading. Fuck!
Once you do all that, if you're lucky, at the stroke of midnight, a tiny little Averagebaters fairy might come and tickle your butthole. Now, I hope to see you all again next time, and remember to keep on average baiting, baby.